We are all under stress the majority of the time, and a lot of people like to think that they understand stress and can use it to get a job done to the best of their capacity. But do you really know what the symptoms of stress are and what it can do to your body? When we are piling the stress onto ourselves, we merely assume that our bodies will adapt and get on with it. But is that actually the case? The fact is that we all have our own point up to which stress is reasonable. This is because stress can be emotional, physical, and mental, and if you go beyond your capacity for any length of time in any of these fields, you can cause temporary or even longer-term damage which could require professional medical help. If you do not take measures to regain your equilibrium, you will soon find that the optimum role in your life will deteriorate, that is, your relationships will fail, your physical health will crumble, or your ability to do your job properly will vanish. The physical indications of stress are aches and pains, including headaches, general fatigue, and lethargy. Unchecked, these symptoms can lead to migraine, muscle tension, and stiffness. These prime alterations to how your body operates can then result in other complaints such as diarrhea or constipation, nausea, and dizziness. These indications of stress in turn can lead to sleepless nights or insomnia. Unfortunately, everyone of all age groups is subject to stress. It has probably always been like that, but most people would concede that life has become more demanding for everyone since the 70s, including teenagers and even children. It is something that we should all keep in mind when dealing with irregular behavior from teenagers and children. Stress manifests itself in various ways, although the same in adults, teenagers, and children. They are midway between being independent children and independent adults, and the transition can be difficult, which means stressful. In the West, about 20% of the population are teenagers. Do not forget that teenagers are going through vast psychological, physical, emotional, and hormonal changes. Some deal with these fluctuations better than others, but hardly any teenager realizes why they are thought of as stroppy. There is too much going on in their lives that is new. In other words, they are under stress. This is not an excuse. We have all been through it, and stress is not a carte blanche to behave like a fool. Sexual awareness is a big stress factor that many teenagers do not know how to deal with because they have never experienced it before. There are various kinds of financial stress because it can stem from your own business events, from your personal circumstances, or your family life. Predictability takes some of the stress out of finances, thereby reducing your financial stress. If some bills are a little random, coming in at different times of the month, try writing to the company and asking them if they can consolidate the bills into one monthly bill that will arrive during the week of your choice, normally the first or the fourth week of the month. In the start, you might have to write a few letters to explain that you have taken your finances in hand, but that it might take a few months before you are on top of them. This should ward off any legal action if you have let things slide too far already. You should find that the degree of your financial stress ought to steadily reduce as you get used to your new financial system and as you see that this system works. In conclusion, stress is an inevitable part of life, but it doesn't have to control our lives. By incorporating mindfulness and meditation, exercise, time management, and other stress reduction techniques into our daily routine, we can improve our overall well-being and reduce the negative effects of stress on our physical and mental health. Remember to also take care of your general well-being by getting enough sleep, eating well, and socializing with loved ones.